Okay, Michael B. Jordan's a handsome guy. Fine, I'll admit it. I mean, I'm gonna try to follow his workout plan, actually. That sounds like a good idea. Let me pull this up on the old iPad. Yeah, let's not try to follow that workout plan. Let's just start the review. What's going on, you guys? James here, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Just Mercy is absolutely emotional. You do not want to go in there with a weak stomach. It can get really intense. But before I talk about what worked in Just Mercy and what didn't work, if this is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James. Now, if you're wondering who that is, that's me, and I love talking about movies, so each and every week I drop a new video you're not gonna want to miss out. Go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on the bell right next to it to stay updated with anything new that drops. Don't forget to like this video, share it with all your friends, and in the comments below, let me know, what's your favorite performance by Michael B. Jordan? Yes, it's okay to say Black Panther. It was really good. And a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. If you haven't already seen it, my top 10 of 2019 video is live, and all of my reactions to our big Golden Globe winners is also live. You'll find each video in the description below. Okay, so let's waste no more time and get started with talking about Just Mercy. And I'm still gonna think about how I probably can never get as shredded as Michael B. Jordan. Hey, listen. Just Mercy is based on the true story of a civil rights lawyer in Alabama named Bryan Stevenson who fights to get wrongfully convicted inmates who are sentenced to death row off of death row because of their innocence. And in this particular movie, it surrounds Johnny D, or Walter McMillan, played by Jamie Foxx. Both of them work together to break ground on a case that will change the landscape of death row sentencing forever. Alrighty, so let's dive right into what I loved about Just Mercy. Now, it starts with the acting. Jamie Foxx, who plays, again, Walter McMillan, and Michael B. Jordan, who plays the lawyer, Bryan Stevenson, are really good in this film. They both deliver powerhouse performances, and yeah, they have those moments where you're like, that was your moment. It basically just highlights how excellent they are on screen, but together their chemistry is really good. They play off each other, they're like a 1-2 punch on screen, and it's really fantastic stuff. I also love their abilities as actors to bring characters who are pretty much far from each other at the beginning of the movie closer together towards the end, and yeah, they're basically family at that point. I also love that director Destin gave time to the supporting cast. Now, as funny as that sounds, because every movie should really focus on a supporting cast as well, in this movie there are clear standout performances that come because of our supporting cast members. Let's take Brie Larson, for example, who plays alongside Michael B. Jordan's character in the same law firm together, and man, she brings a mix of humor, she's actually bringing a lot of spark to many moments, and she has a lot of spunk that she adds to the script. I loved her performance, honestly, and I know she gets a lot of flack for Captain Marvel last year, but listen, she's good, man. Brie Larson has the chops. And even still, outside of Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, you have Rob Morgan as Herbert Richardson, who's also sentenced to death row. And guys, there were moments where, you feel that little thing in your throat kind of creep up, and you're like, am I gonna cry here? It's really powerful. I think that his performance was my favorite of the supporting cast, but that's not to say others like O'Shea Jackson Jr., yes, that's Ice Cube's son, like everyone in the theater just shouted it out when he appeared on screen. It was so annoying. But anyway, O'Shea Jackson Jr. plays Anthony Ray Hinton, who was also wrongfully convicted due to a faulty ballistics report and was released in 2015. So it's really nice to see that the story really covers so much ground. I mean, we fall in love with the supporting cast, at least I did, by the end of the movie, and I think that's the mark of a really well-directed film. And like I said earlier, the subject matter here is really intense, so you're going into this film expecting something emotional, and then at the end of the day, you're like, oh, okay. That was way more emotionally intense than I probably could have imagined. Like, there's this scene where you see an inmate being put on death row and getting electrocuted, and you're like, Like, everything surrounding that entire moment encapsulated a lot of my feelings, which was, yeah, I'm angry, but that's what I think the director wanted me to feel. Although there are things I didn't like about Just Mercy, like the movie not doing anything exceptional. I mean, the acting, great. Everything else, it's passable, it's good, it's just nothing that really I'm taking away and saying, yeah, cinematography amazing, score amazing. Unfortunately, this movie, which is actually ripe for both of those things, didn't really capitalize on them. And then there's the issue of length. I really felt the runtime in the middle of this movie. It's a 2-hour and 16-minute film. My attention span is much longer than that, trust me. Like, in the middle, you start to feel it dragging because you understand it's a lot of build up for one character, which is Jamie Foxx's trial, and it's interesting. but it didn't really work for me. Still, Just Mercy really is a story worth telling. Now, is it an A+ film? It's not. But the thing is, this is a subject that I need to be educated on more than I already was. And Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx turned in two really good performances. I would even say they're great performances. So this is worth your time, and it's probably gonna get you fired up. So if you need to, burn off some steam afterwards, just go for a nice jog. Michael B. Jordan actually does that in the film. He just like sprints down this bridge. But yeah, the film itself is good. It's not exceptional, like I said. There are things holding it back, but it's solid. So there you have it, you guys. That's my take on Just Mercy. Again, if you enjoyed everything you just heard and saw, go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to tap on that bell right next to it and like this video. Share it with your friends, and also let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this movie more than me or just about the same? Again, you're gonna wanna stay tuned to the channel because tomorrow I drop my 20 most anticipated movies of 2020. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening.